What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Eha. I am so excited to be back with Journey with Trish, the podcast. It's been like what, 6 weeks? It's been long enough that we should be back in the studio. We done made it through Mardi Gras and BBLs and stuff, but here we go. Birthdays and all kind of shenanigans. Tonight, we're going to be talking to you about being outside after 40, and also is black love still available? You know, good black love here on the Gulf Coast. So tune in for the entirety of the show. Like, comment, follow, and share. Let me go ahead and give you my medical disclaimer. Neither myself, Patricia Reed, aka Miss Eha de Jimenez, is here to give you any type of medical or psychiatric advice, nor is my guest over here tonight, my girl LaShonda.
Okay.
If you have any type of emergency, I'll defer you to your nearest emergency room. I'll call your primary care provider. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. If I get tongue tied and stumble, it's been a minute, y'all. And let me clear one thing up. I posted a video the other day talking about this episode. And on this video, I said that I'm still interested in finding love on the Gulf Coast. That was get out my inbox because I did not mean to say that. What I meant to say was on behalf of my friends, I'm interested in knowing, not that I'm looking for love on the Gulf Coast. I had to
You're married.
I am a married woman. I had to clear that up real quick. But what about you? What about you? You still looking for love?
Well, unfortunately, yes. I hadn't been so lucky thus far.
That's right, because it's been like probably 6 months since you were here and we talked about it.
Yeah, it has been about 6 months. So
I
we're
got
still doing the
lots
same
of-
dance.
Lots of questions tonight as far as dating. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Do I need it?
You don't have to necessarily, but you can hear yourself. But it's up to you. If you find you without it, no. Okay. So I have a lot of questions about dating in Mobile because you're a professional woman.
Yes.
You are a nurse. How long you been nursing?
Almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years.
Yes.
So we gotta be careful, you know.
Right.
Are you looking for somebody of obviously probably around your same caliber?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of
yeah.
course. At minimum.
At minimum.
Right.
So what do you feel like the availability is in Mobile as far as black professional men?
Slim pickings.
Slim pickings.
Yes. Very slim.
Very slim. And we talking about not just Mobile, like even if you were traveling from Mobile, like in the surrounding counties.
I can't speak for too far away, but I would say in the surrounding area, yes. Slim.
I was actually doing some research for this show, and if we really sit down and think about it, is if you're looking for a black man, the population is 58. There's 58 million black women in the United States,
Okay.
and 54 million black men.
Okay.
So there's a 4 million% difference. And think about the population of black men who are incarcerated, you know?
Right.
So look how many that takes away from us.
Right.
And then the percentage of those black men that are actually professional black men.
That's what the problem.
Yeah, there lies the problem. So because of that, would you date outside your race? Is that something you've considered?
I've never done that, but at this point, I'm open.
You open to dating outside your race? Listen, because
hey, I might as well try.
you might as well. If you've never tried it before, you've never talked
No.
to anybody.
No.
I was talking to Chris the other day and asking him had he ever dated anybody. That was another person. He said, yeah, when he was in high school. And I did too it wasn't even dating, but I remember I had just moved here. You know, I went to Robertsdale High School.
Oh, so yeah.
So and
that
then,
explains it all.
Yeah. And then one of my friends brought one of the basketball players, football players, whatever, to my house, and he was white. And I remember him telling me that I couldn't tell nobody. And
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That did it because I was black.
Wow.
Yeah, so that did it for me, just moving from New York. And because I wasn't around a whole lot of white people in New York. It was all Puerto Ricans and black people, and we kind of just considered ourselves the same. So like,
Right.
it's not a prejudice on my body. I just saw you as being them as being lighter skin, but I quickly learned that there was a difference in Baldwin County.
Right.
So
Wake up call down
yeah,
south.
yeah. So let me ask you this question:
Okay.
You looking for love,
Yes,
right?
of course.
Well, where? Like, what kind of places are you putting yourself in?
Well, that may be part of the problem, but
Mhm.
lately, with me being a traveling nurse, I've been just kind of everywhere. So here, I can't really say. I go to different social events. I go to different local spots here, so that may have something to do with it. But again, there's really not much to do here in Mobile. So it's pretty much the same people in the same
Mhm.
crowd, the same circle. Everybody know each other,
And then there's that
and
part.
that's that problem.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Then there's that part. Everybody here.
right.
Half of them people are related to each other. It's just a small
Married.
And there's married
Yeah.
ones too.
So
So it makes it real hard to find love. People still do, but it's not easy.
if you
It's
got
not
a piece
easy.
of a man, keep him.
If you got a piece of man, keep
If he
him.
good to you, keep him. If he got a little kinks to work out, there's no perfect man, but if he's doable, I would say keep him. It's nothing out here.
All right, so
It's
move on to
nothing
deal
out here.
breakers. Just talk deal breakers.
Deal breakers for me.
Mhm.
Okay. Smoking cigarettes. Deal breakers.
What about
Um.
marijuanas?
Uh. I'm open to that. I mean, I'm a
Okay.
little more lenient with that. But cigarettes that just do something to me. Sorry.
Okay.
So that he's got to work. He's got to work. He's got to be a family man. If he's still trying to play, you know.
He's got to work, but what kind of are there any particular kind of job that he has to have, or any salary requirements?
No, I wouldn't say salary requirements, but if you're in a situation to where you're barely making ends meet, this not your season to date.
Because we grown,
Yeah, we grown, and I'm not asking nobody to come and take care of me because I can take care of myself. But if you're in a situation where you need to borrow gas money, you know, it's not your season. So just wait until you're ready.
So somebody that is at least already stable,
Established.
Yes, and established. Yeah. Okay.
So you got your own place, you got a job, you take care of yourself. You're not depending on other people to make ends meet. So, and I think that's reasonable, right?
I think it's reasonable, absolutely.
Right.
You mind me asking how old you are?
43.
You got any age requirements?
No, I'm about to turn 44. So, I've dated younger. I prefer not to. If I do, not too far, not too young. So I think maybe late 30s, and I'm pushing it with that. But my
30s?
preference is older.
Okay. I don't know, but that would be some good stats. I should have printed out the population of Mobile County or something.
Yeah, I mean,
because it should certainly there's more older.
38, 55. I'll stop around 55, and
So
I have my reasons for that.
All right, so you prefer 45 and between 50 and 55.
No, not necessarily. No, they can be in their 40s.
So anywhere in that range.
Yeah.
Okay.
40s, 50s.
So you represent a pretty good range of women that will be looking for a different age group.
Absolutely.
So let's talk to the people about what kind of places are you placing yourself in to be able to other than
now she put me on the spot.
No, because seriously, and we'll go ahead and mix some of it in, and I'll start talking about some of the the locations that I've visited while I've been outside this year. What up, Dre? What up, Shanavia? Said it's funny that you said weed is okay, but not cigarettes.
It's something about them cigarettes that just do something to me. Sorry, I just can't. I can't stand to smell them.
So if you know me, I like. I would honestly prefer to hang out with people a little bit younger than me. Well, until I'm not, you probably haven't met many people that are as outgoing as me until you recently. But
yeah, you look.
Yeah, so I don't mind.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't mind being. I love being in the atmosphere of younger people. So when I look around though, there's only one location that I've been to where I actually saw two, two locations, and that would be DKM Lounge. I went the other day.
Yes, that's my friend's spot.
Yes, Carmen,
Of
and
course.
then and Johnny,
Right.
Carmen and Johnny, and then Kazula's,
Okay.
Kazula,
I love Kazoo.
and what's the name of the bag? Kazula,
The Hit House?
The Hit House.
Mhm.
The house. Now, if I'm being honest, now I'm gonna start my reviews, okay? If I'm being honest, I told you the other day that it was not so far one of my favorites.
Okay.
And I don't know what it is about when I end up in these places. I haven't been anywhere yet where it's just been, except one place, where it's just standing room only. Like I am not that comfortable yet with being in standing room only.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm I get a little lit. I can't dance, but I'm still
She
on
trying.
the floor, whether I can dance
Right.
or not. So when I was dancing it was my daughter's birthday party, and we went to Kazula. We started up at Kazula's.
Mhm.
I'm being honest. We paid $25 to get into Kazula's, and
Okay.
that was for the brunch.
Okay.
The brunch just was not worth my $25. I'm just
Mm.
gonna be honest. It was not good that particular day. The chicken wings were good, but everything else, I'm just gonna be honest, I wasn't crazy about it. The drinks were good to me at Kazula's, but I just didn't feel as comfortable as I am when I do want to turn up a little bit, and maybe because the particular crowd that was there for brunch time or whatever.
See, I've never been to brunch.
So you've never been to brunch?
No,
Okay.
I've never been to the brunch.
Because there's different types of brunches in Mobile, but that's important, and that's why I'm saying no matter what I say, Willie Rice said she the one that danced like a white girl.
Who?
I don't know. He's one of my followers. I had that
Said,
video
you
posted.
dance like a white girl?
I had
Oh, okay.
one of the
I'm
video
like, not me.
posted. And he said your butt looks
Shut
good,
up.
but you dance like a white girl.
Shut up.
But anyway, different types of brunches. So whatever I say today as far as reviews, it does not mean I'm not saying that you're not going to enjoy it, and I'm not saying that I won't ever go back. I'm just saying everybody has preferences.
Their preference.
Yeah. So Kazula that music was more laid back to me kind of music for a brunch as compared to going to Sideways, right? Which is going to be like going out in Atlanta or Houston, turn all the way up type brunch, right?
Okay.
Now, I know you said you've never been to
I've
Sideways.
never been to Sideways. It's just too congested, and the crowd is just too young. No offense to anybody who goes, but it's just it's too much going on. And I've just seen the videos. So,
and I've been lucky enough not to end up at South. I've been there when it's been packed, but not the pack that I've seen recently.
right.
So I went to Sideways the first time when they first opened. It was Mother's Day. I don't know why I chose to go there on Mother's Day. Oh, I know why I did, because Table had a show at Canary Bar.
Okay.
So I was gonna go there, see what it was like, because they had just opened. I wanted to support that with Chef Rob was still there. I wanted to support, and so then I left there and went to Canary Bar. So I was not impressed, and I've said that before on here about Sideways
because it was too packed.
No, it really wasn't that. It really wasn't that packed that day.
Okay.
That's when they had first started. The service was not great at all.
Okay.
But they really have like redeemed themselves.
Mhm.
Like it's gotten a lot better compared to what it was when
It's
they
just
first
a younger
opened.
crowd.
And then there's the fact that it's a younger crowd.
Right.
Now, I've gone back since then for a birthday party. It was several birthday parties that day. Had a fabulous time, a turn up time, and really enjoyed myself. The first time I went, I tried to eat the fried lobster tails and I think I had lamb chops. Second time I went back, always
Was
good.
good.
It was always good. The wings, I love the fried wings. They are very, very good. I don't enjoy eating. I'm not gonna pay that amount of money to eat a steak, and it's not on good plates. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I'm being honest about Sideways, as much as they are trying to flip it and bring in an older crowd, At the end of the day, to me, Sideways is a sports bar and grill.
Right.
And it gets kind of mixed up to me when like you promote, like one day you having steak dinners and one day you having this. So for me, like I'm not gonna go to Sideways to have a steak. I'm going to Sideways if
Get
it's my
some
girl's
wings.
birthday party.
Right.
I'm getting some wings. It's a sports bar. And this is just me personally. I feel like call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? I've gone back on a Thursday. It was the first time they had the uncle and auntie night.
Auntie and uncle?
Auntie, yeah, it was like auntie and uncle night.
Oh, okay. I ain't never heard of it. For the old folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brittany said definitely a sports bar. That's what I'm saying. I think it's really a sports bar. And I just feel like just take the steaks off the menu. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm not going to me personally. You know, if I want a good steak, I'm going to Dolphins or Ruth's Chris or even Longhorns for a good steak. And I'm not saying the steaks don't taste good. I'm just saying I ain't going to a sports bar to have one.
Right.
But I think we should definitely go.
I'm gonna have to put that on my to-do list.
Yeah,
but
there is a lot of people there,
and that's just what bothers me.
But I think they just turned it to 20. They just turned it to 25 and up, but still because the younger people, you know, and they starting like this war between old people, older people, and younger people,
right?
Like on social media. Because they said some stuff about the D spot. The other neighbors like that's why they changed the age of the D spot. Now it's like an old people freak show. They said about the D spot. Now,
what you think about that?
So Auntie and Uncle Night, I thoroughly.
I'm about to check out Auntie and Uncle Night. Oh, really?
Okay. But let me tell you, okay, let me finish because now you got Auntie and Uncle Night, right?
Okay.
Then I went to Flavors.
Okay.
On a Thursday night as well.
Okay.
With you?
Well, yeah, we went on a Thursday night. Right.
And that was R&B Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I had to choose between going to Flavors for Auntie and Uncle Night or Flavors for R&B night, it'd be Flavors. It'd definitely be Flavors.
Why?
Number one, the music stayed R&B the whole time.
Okay.
Except for the 12 o'clock birthday.
Okay.
And then they turned up a little bit. Then it's still right back to
R&B. Right.
What I also liked about Flavors, because, you know, people thought I'm from Baldwin County, number one.
Mm-hmm.
But people thought I was crazy. What are you doing going out in Mobile? In Pritchard. And after 6 o'clock, you know, at dark time or whatever.
Right.
I felt safe. The first thing I saw when I pulled up was there was a police car that sits right in the middle.
Right.
So you see the lights, you go in, you getting wanded before you go through the door.
Right.
And it really wasn't on a boat. Nothing when I got inside.
Right.
It was just, and it was literally a mixed crowd. It was like 20. Well, I didn't see very older, but I saw like my age, like I'm 49. So it was definitely like the 25 to my age.
More younger ones.
More younger ones, but younger ones that came and was really singing like they into like the R&B.
Right.
So I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Now I cannot give Flavors a 10 out of 10 like I want to. Why?
The price.
Nope, it ain't the price.
Know what it's it?
No, it's set down. It's set down.
What? Why?
Because I go out for wings.
Oh, you can't eat at Flavors.
They don't got no wings. But now my cousin did tell me afterwards that there's like some kind of like a food truck or a trailer or something.
It is.
That's across the street. I didn't know that. I would have eaten before I went had I known
that it
wasn't anything to eat. So I'm not used to going out.
See, you need to go. Like today is Taco Tuesday
at Flavors.
Mm-hmm.
See,
yeah, and drunk karaoke. So Tuesdays are good.
It's a good time to go for karaoke and
Taco
Tuesday. Yeah. All right, good to know. I'm not going tonight, but I'm gonna have to check y'all out. Flavors. I thoroughly enjoyed Flavors. I will absolutely be back to Flavors. DJ Black and DJ Nick. Listen, I enjoyed myself. Music was everything.
It was. It really was. It was nice.
They have an outside courtyard, an outside courtyard too, which was necessary for you.
Yeah, for us seasoned women who get hot, you know, periodically. So yeah, it was very necessary.
Yeah, it's nice out there. It's nice out there too. So I enjoy Flavors. I want to go back on a Sunday. Can't wait for the summertime to go for, you know, in the summertime.
Right.
All right. So, everybody. Canary Bar. I went to Canary Bar, like I said, Mother's Day table, had an event there, and then afterwards, Shemai and I went downstairs to Canary Bar. And that was actually the first time I've been to Canary Bar more than one time.
I went once.
It's crowded.
Really?
It got really, really, really nice. It was, and each time and I don't know why, Mobile, I don't know why y'all hang out so late, because I work like typically on the next day, and everything seems to just get started very, very late. Like, no, the doors open early, but ain't nobody coming
that early.
that early.
You want to come in you want to be there at 6 or 7?
If not, preferably
no,
but I'll take 8. But if I get there 8, like I'm fine with being gone by 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Right.
So Canary Bar the drinks were good too, hookahs, everything. The service was good. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna go back and tell you something I absolutely hate about Sideways, and I wish I would fix it. Canary Bar it was a younger crowd too. Mm-hmm. I felt like mostly women to me the day that I went as well. So if you're looking for a man, maybe you're gonna find one to there.
Right.
But it was a good vibe. Beautiful location. Definitely go check out Canary Bar. But it does, like, you might want to go in there a little bit early if you're not used to a crowd yet, mm-hmm. because it does get pretty packed.
Okay.
Sideways, every time you order something, you got to pay for it.
Right then and there. And I guess maybe it's safer, but it's annoying. Like, if you're used to going out and you starting a tab, right,
or whatever. But literally every time you buy a drink, or every time,
maybe to keep down confusion, to be able to bring it out.
I don't know, but
maybe may have some people that's dining and dashing. So
yeah, it's possible. It's possible, but I'm just saying,
keep up with that many people. So,
I guess if you have more service,
well, that too. I'm trying to help y'all out Sideways. I'm trying. I've never been there, but I'm trying.
I know we're gonna go. I told you I would definitely go, but it's not my favorite. Okay. I do enjoy myself when I go, but it's just not my favorite. No, and I am 49 years old. So, and if you are just trying to tackle your social anxiety, don't just throw yourself clean on out there. Yeah, that might not be the location. What's up? Malcolm said my 2 favorite cougars. What's up, Malcolm?
2 favorite what?
Cougars.
Really, Malcolm? Okay.
So yes, definitely. If you are not into a bigger crowd, you might want to go there a little bit early, like we said. But if you love R&B, love turning up, I think DJ Sundays at Sideways. No Sweat has been there, and Luke. DJ No Sweat and DJ Luke, I've been there for both of them on different times on Sundays. Oh, Luke not there no more at all. Okay. So anyway, the music is really good, but they started off it starts off, mm-hmm. And I be having this conversation with Tech sometimes. I really do go up too high. Like, I want to walk in the door and it's already up. And he's like, yeah, warm up first. This is the warm up. He's like, I like my warm up better than the turn up. I love the turn up. Like, I walk in the door, my energy is pretty high, so I walk and go on 100. I'm gonna be the one, if they come by me with the mic, except for Add Flavors, and I don't know what it was playing, but whatever it was, I couldn't get the words for nothing. I missed my moment to shine at Flavors the other night, but I'm gonna come redeem myself. So Canary Bar. And you told me it was somewhere I needed to go. Where's that?
So you're sleeping on a lot of places, and me, I'm more of the blues, laid back, swing out type of places. So, free promotion. Everybody know me from where? Elegance. Yes. Okay. Yes. I am definitely an elegance girl. But if you are dealing with social anxiety,
it gets packed like that too?
You can't walk.
Really?
Not on a Saturday. No.
Wow. I would not have thought that.
Oh, no. So, but if you love blues, you love to dance. Now, the dance floor ain't no bigger than a square, but if you don't mind bumping into people, and, it's nice. It's a older crowd. You do have some younger people, maybe in their 30s or so, may come through there, but no. You got the old sugar daddies and that with they shiny sequin suits trying to get a feel in. So, and, it's a mixed crowd, but it's not. I don't foresee a lot of people I don't see a lot of people that's in their like 20s. Mm-hmm. If they do, they don't stay long, because it's not the turn up spot where you're going to be in there, listening to no Sexy Red or nothing like that. But if you want to listen to some King George or some Raheem Devon or some Tucker, that's where you need to go.
And so it depends on what kind of mood you in for that evening too. Who you going with? Like for instance, when I think of going out with Chris, I don't think about going out to Sideways with Chris.
That's not his speech.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, not necessarily, and it's just not. I don't know. It's not a going out. I would definitely, if I was looking for love, I wouldn't be going to look for it at Sideways. Just gonna throw it out there. And it's just not where I want to take the love of my life. Oh, he ain't got to take me there either. I'd rather go somewhere else. He came with me to DCAM the other day. I enjoyed DCAM. Again, hey, I missed a lot, but I'm here. Hey, DJ Black, I gave you a 9 out of 10 because I couldn't find no wings, bruh. That's all I was missing was just some wings. I was telling everybody how safe I felt over at Flavors, and I will absolutely be back. And that's my honest opinion. What was we talking about? DCAM Lounge.
DCAM, and another spot that you sleeping on too.
I mean, we got to go back to DCAM though. Okay, we got to talk about what
let's
happened.
Let's go back to DCAM. So y'all had a good time.
We had a good time, and I told they didn't even have a DJ that day, so we was all on the phone.
Well, we kind of took over. DJing. They had it kind of set up, with a playlist, and we were able to have a little autonomy to get in there and change the vibe. But it worked.
It really,
it always
really did. So.
We
sat at the bar, $20 at the door, and you got to get crawfish. And it was
all you can eat on Sundays.
Potatoes, crawfish, like a crawfish boil, and it was slamming. It was good. I tell everybody, I literally grew up in the nightclub. My daddy owns a nightclub, and it was right across the street from our house in New York. Mm-hmm. So I still remember going over there, sitting at the bar, eating fish and fried chicken, and ultimately right there on the dance floor, maybe this big. Right. Playing pool in the back. So that's the kind of vibe that it gave me. Like that's where my aunties and my daddy were at Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I thoroughly enjoyed going over there.
I'm going tonight.
You going tonight?
Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday there too?
Taco Tuesday there too, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. And what night they have karaoke tonight too?
I think they just kind of scheduled it. They're still fairly new, so they just kind of playing it by ear as far as like karaoke. So I'm really not sure exactly which days, but I know that on Sundays they typically have something. I think the bigger crowd is typically on Fridays and Saturdays.
I've heard that. And then last night they actually had Timmy K was there, and they had a
sip and paint. So I think they're going to start doing that on Mondays.
And it was a lot of people in there for the sip and paint. So that's something that's over on DIP. So that's something that you guys can get into too if you looking for something to do on a
laid back, quiet. So yeah.
Now you were gonna say somewhere.
Who? Stretcher do DJ in there, but he's there on certain days. Yeah, he's there.
And what were you gonna say next? What location?
State Street, the Elks.
I've heard of it, never been.
The Elks on State Street. The day to go there is on Wednesdays, Wicked Wednesdays. They give a lot of money away too, like $1,000 or something like that.
For doing what? Just
coming? Random tickets. When you buy your ticket to get in, the cover charge, I want to say it's like $5 or something like that. And you get a ticket, and then they draw numbers every hour. And at the last raffle is like 12, and it's midnight, and it's like $1,000. Okay. But they draw, you get money every hour.
So it's packed too.
It's a nice crowd because everybody's trying to win that money. So yeah,
I bet. Somebody named Willie Rice says, "Ask your guest, can she show me around her city if he comes to Mobile, Alabama?"
Willie Rice?
That's his name.
I don't know. Willie Can Rice. I, Mr. Rice? We have to see if I can link that.
Look, I am officially out of.
Look, I'm tired of people trying to set me up. People trying to set me up, and
I'm out of the business, child. It's too much.
Yeah, every time I say I ain't dating, here we go. So,
well, you can't. You gotta date if you're gonna.
Yeah, you looking for love. Sometimes it's exhausting.
Is it exhausting?
Yeah, it is.
What's exhausting about it?
First of all, trying to get to know people, and I will say this, and I'm learning still through the process. When you're trying to get to know people, don't go in trying to tell everybody your whole life history. Just try to learn. Don't try to find out what happened with the previous relationship. Just go in with open-minded, trying to genuinely get to know people. Because if you go in trying to see, well, what happened with Trish when he was dating Trish, then you're going to go in with a preconceived notion. You're going to automatically assume that this is how this person is. And I've learned that, just because he's like that with you, don't mean he's going to be like that with me.
True.
And vice versa. And sometimes, men and women, we're willing to change for the right person. And that goes both ways. But, I'm learning everything through trial and error, unfortunately. But I'm like, it's rough. It's rough out here, y'all.
And then
if you got a husband, keep him.
You definitely got to be willing to, like, you got to be open to changing together because,
right.
I mean, we change as we get older. You're supposed to. Like, you should not be stagnant and staying the same. So you got to be open to growing together and changing.
I think a lot of times too, and especially people that's already married, and I've been married before, I think they kind of go into it like, especially you start having problems at home and now you ready to throw in the towel, and then you get out here in these streets and realize, you know what, old boy wasn't really that bad.
I've been there. I told you, me and Chris
he wasn't really that bad after all.
I literally called Chris one day. I was like, you want to get back together?
Right.
Yeah, he was
this ain't working out here.
Yeah. Like, it was rough in them streets, baby.
Listen, it's rough. If y'all don't take nothing from this show, if you got somebody that's giving you 60%,
I don't know about 60% now.
Look, no, it depends on what the 60 is.
Okay.
But I mean, if he's abusive or, and doing stuff that's disrespectful and, to your marriage or relationship or, anything like that, then I would say no. But if he just got little small things like, okay, but he don't like to clean up or he maybe mismanages money, things like that. Some of those things can be worked out because you can manage the money and, it's certain things like that. But, sometimes people just grow apart and they be ready to throw in the towel over any little thing. Then I done it, and some of them I needed to, but hindsight, looking back at it, I'm like, dang, I probably could have made it work. I probably could have, and then I started looking like, no, I did right. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the situation, but and
whether or not you're happy, because happiness is definitely important. I don't want anybody saying anywhere.
You don't want to be. You want to be happy, but I'm gonna tell you this: when you get out here, you're gonna go through phases where you still not gonna be happy.
Do you feel like you have to be in a relationship?
No, but everybody wants, some companionship.
Not enough men to go around.
And it's it's scarce. And I will say this: I had a friend of mine tell me, he was in the hospital, and he told me, he said the worst part about being in the hospital, he said he realized that he got sick and he had nobody there. Nobody there, no girlfriend, no woman. Sometimes it be those prideful moments. You be like, I don't need nobody. I can do this by myself or whatever. But sometimes as the song say, it get a little lonely.
Listen.
It gets a little lonely, and you think about that stuff, especially when you face with health problems or something that's life changing, and you don't have anybody to help you get through that. And so it's moments like that to where you be thinking about, dang, this ain't cool. I mean, it's good to go out and have your little fun and be able to do what you want to do and not have to answer to nobody, but I promise y'all, it gets old. Sometimes we need that, that structure to keep us grounded, because we'll start wilding out in these streets too. So sometimes you need somebody to hold you accountable and say, hey, you're not gonna stay out at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Accountability is very, very important as well. And sometimes, having somebody to say, because like I always say, like, I know I spend a lot of money, so I need somebody that's gonna be like, listen,
don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. I know, listen, like, this is our budget, like this, and we got to stick to this. Because
if you didn't, guess what you'll be doing?
I'll be spending all the time.
Right. So sometimes you need that structure, that somebody that's going to say, go sit your behind down somewhere. So we ain't going to do that today.
You comfortable, like, saying, like, going in, and when? Like, when do you say that? Like, when do you, because you said you ain't going to go in asking everything. So when do you go in and ask these kinds of questions as far as what you're looking for?
Oh, I'm asking that immediately. And sometimes, we'll go in blindsided and be afraid to ask somebody, the first thing I would say, please ask these people, are they married? Because people will trick you. You be on your first date and find out, well, hey, yeah, I got a situation. Excuse me? What is that? What is, I don't date married men. What are you doing? Okay, so you won't be seeing me anymore after tonight, so, and people will, really try to coach you to get through that moment with them. I'm like, no, when you're divorced, then you come back, and I've met plenty of nice, what appeared to be nice people, out. But, they'll be like, oh, I'm married and we're going through a divorce right now. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And at the end of the day, it's like, so how can I get in touch with you? You can't. you can't get in touch with me.
Divorces actually never
No, when
happen.
your divorce is final, and then if I happen to run across you again, then we'll talk then. But don't put me in a situation like that. And, some women are okay with that, but I don't want to be sitting nowhere and your wife come cluck me upside the back of my head because I'm sitting here with your husband.
We already talked about Mobile is very small. Baldwin County is very small. And we all we intermingle or whatever together.
And there's people out here with these little petty cams.
It's cameras everywhere.
It's cameras everywhere. People be recording y'all. Let me tell you something. Don't be out here slipping with these cell phones. I'm telling you.
Literally, them petty way cams.
Yeah, and I ain't being shady towards nobody, but I mean, it's people out here. You think they ain't watching, baby? They watching. They watching.
Them petty way cams is something serious.
Pet away cameras. Oh, okay. They'll catch you all kind of ways. So, you know what I'm saying? So just be mindful. We go out to have a good time. And I know sometimes we just want to let loose. But go out the country. Okay? And even that, you might end up on a...
I can't tell you how many times I run into people that I know out of the country.
Yeah, I've ended up on a promo and didn't know it. So, yeah. But yeah,
Definitely.
Just be mindful of that, especially if you're a professional person,
And New Orleans is the place to go to find somebody with. They ain't supposed to be with somebody they supposed to be with.
Don't do that,
Definitely
y'all. Don't go to New Orleans. You might as well go to Preach It, okay?
Might as well.
Okay, so don't do that. And I'm not promoting cheating, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna do something, don't do that here.
I heard somebody say recently, if you're gonna be stupid, be smart.
Thank you. Don't that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
So,
love languages. Do you know your love language? Have you ever?
Mine's towards other people, or mine's for somebody towards me.
Toward you.
Towards me. I like people that are thoughtful. I'm one of those kind of people, that if we're out and I say, oh man, I like this, or man, I want to try this restaurant. You may not say nothing at that moment, but I like men that pay attention, and then, you may come back 2 or 3 weeks later and say, hey, we're going out to eat. I'm like, where we going? Are we going to this spot that he listened.
Mm-hmm.
He's paying attention.
Surprised. Listen, I can't tell y'all enough, guys. Most women, acts of service, pay attention. It be the little things.
That.
We throw hints all the time. You got to be paying attention, though, to catch them.
And I always say, I'm going to give you the test and the answers. Mm-hmm. Now, if I give you the test and the answers and you still can't pass,
then you ain't paying attention.
He must have had an IEP in school, So, I mean, I don't know what else you want me to do besides take it for you, but I'm going to tell you what I want. And my thing is, I always give. I in return, that's one of my acts of service. Mm-hmm. I'm always, if you say, man, I like them shoes. Now, old people say you don't buy a man a shoes because he'll walk out your life. I don't believe in that foolishness. If he's going to walk away, he's going to walk away anyway. But, I've had situations to where if I'm with somebody and I hear him like, oh, man, I want these and I like this. I want to go to this place. I want to go to the game and I want to do this. And I love to do that. I don't say anything. I pay attention too. Mm-hmm. So when that birthday come around, guess what? That's what we're going to do. I've never had this. Okay, he's never had this. So let me be the one to do that for him. So we love that. But some men just not going to do right.
Got to pay attention.
We're telling you what we want.
The whole year,
yes.
Don't showing you, hey, look at these shoes. These shoes are cute. Something on your phone. Like we throw hints all the time. It's
you ever been to Jamaica? Man, I always said I wanted
to go. And then we do. Like Chris, if he wanted to have access, if he needed access to my friends, he could easily, reach out and say something like, hey, Ash, I'm thinking about doing this for Trish. Blah, blah, blah. What you think?
And I love that.
Yeah, my friends know me, and so they would be able to help him, guide
plan
him
it. Right. Now it's hard to put one over on my head, but just the fact that you're trying, I love that.
Yeah, because I am a professional. I do make my own money, so money doesn't really impress me. Like I see people, and it just doesn't impress me. Like I see people who, for their birthday or something, they might get $500 and they get $1,000. That doesn't turn me on.
I want you to put some effort and some thought into it.
Yeah,
now we like money too, but still, I want you to put some actual thought. And I actually told a friend of mine, and I know we off on a rabbit trail, but this guy that I was dating or in a relationship with, he actually, I used to always say, I used to love Easter's coming up. That's what made me think about it. I used to love those dyed Easter eggs. And what it's something about that dye when they go through them eggs and it's been sitting there for a day or two, they still be good. And I said that and he remembered. And he made me an Easter basket one year.
Oh, that would have melted my heart too.
It did. And little things.
It's the little things you. What about are you a sentimental person?
I'm very. I put up this wall, but I'm very sentimental. Yeah.
Somebody buys you something. Are you the person who buy you a bottle of perfume for Christmas? Or a guy buys you some perfume for Christmas. Are you I'm going to sit this on the dresser and just use a little bit at a time or look at it? Or are you using it every day?
No, I'm going to use, unless it's just atrocious. And
no, I mean, it's something you really like.
Oh, of course. I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm going to use it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Willie Rice said he is from New York. He wants to come down
Mr.
here.
Willie.
He also wants to take you to Jamaica.
Oh, okay, Mr. Willie. We're going to see about that, okay?
Tanika said, that's how I am and I receive that energy. It's a nice feeling to give and get back in return. Yeah, because sometimes, giving, even when your love language is giving, sometimes you do want to be on the receiving.
Yeah, and that's my problem. I'm always giving, and never receiving.
It gets draining.
It is. It's exhausting. So, and, sometimes, but I'm not going to stop doing that because that's what I thoroughly enjoy doing. That's just I'm very touchy-feely, and I love that kind of stuff.
Man, listen, mess around or you just touch my neck one time, and that's like I love physical touch is definitely my love.
That's mine. So I mean, I'm the one that's holding hands when we walking in Walmart. If we is out at a club or a bar, I'm sitting in your lap. I mean, that's just me.
And you want somebody that's attentive to you. So
yes,
I'm very together. We out together.
We are together. You're gonna know if you see me out with a man, he my man. Okay, he my man for the most part.
And you're gonna know it. Let me see if we got any more comments. Besides Willie is on it. Southern Soul. That's my cousin Sue. She loves Southern Soul. All right. What else do we need to talk about? What is my favorite? I talked about Canary Bar.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna take me to Elegance?
Oh yeah, get ready.
I'm ready.
Get ready. We got to teach her how to swing out first, y'all.
Oh, I'm still
trying to twerk.
I'm still trying to learn how to twerk without making my. I think I did pretty good. I be practicing in between patients. I be practicing.
Bless her heart, y'all. She trying. She got it now. I don't even know what to do with.
I really, really am trying. Talked about Canary Bar. We talked about Sideways and
what about remember we said we was thinking about trying to get a like that speed dating thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, speed dating. And how can I forget my boss pizzeria. My boss pizzeria, and it's my friend's location. So, shout out to Kanisha Davis. It's just so far away from everything. I feel like it would do better if it was closer, to the downtown area. But
I may be able to help you out with that.
The wings are amazing at my boss, and the atmosphere. Mario Parrish was there for when I was there for my birthday, and I had a phenomenal time, and it was packed.
Where's
the house was packed. My boss is on Cottage Hill Road.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's out on Cottage Hill Road, so definitely check out My Boss Pizzeria. Like I said, my only thing about My Boss and why I don't go often. And then me and Tech, we did a Christmas karaoke night there. I hosted that for around Christmas time, and that was good.
Okay.
So check out My Boss.
So we're gonna have to make something happen. We're gonna do a little speed dating.
Yeah, because she did one or tried to do one.
We're gonna try, but it's gonna be only for real people that's single.
She said she couldn't find any men to come and sign up.
Oh, it's some men out there.
So how you gonna get them to sign up?
Inbox me.
Who did we say I should link up?
I'll tell you what, everybody that's in my inbox, I'm going to sign you up if you don't have a wife.
Who did we say I should link up with to do that? We was talking about
Mark.
Yes, Kazula's. He owns Kazula. So yeah, I'm going to reach out to Mark and see
Mark Jackson.
We can, if we can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
I think
Speed
that'd be
dating.
pretty cool.
That would be.
And you'll be a good host.
I love to host.
Yeah.
I love to host. That would be
Hint,
good.
hint,
Let's
hint,
set
hint.
that up. Let's
Yeah.
set that up.
I'll be one of the speed daters though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I figured.
If I don't have a, I'm speaking it into existence. If I don't have a
Listen,
man by
I'm
then.
well, you're gonna have one. You're gonna have one.
No, I'm not rushing. I'm kidding. But yeah.
But I mean,
think
it's all
that'd
right
be
to admit that that's what you look.
Of course, we all do. Anybody say that they don't want one, then they lying to themselves. Unless they're just trying to stay out here thotting and trying, you know. And some people may be okay with that, but even that get old.
I get it. My favorite, and I know y'all are gonna think I'm being biased. Y'all are gonna think I'm full of it, but I gotta say, yeah, and you like what? I gotta say, and it's not because of who's the DJ, but my favorite is definitely the D Spot. I don't know why. Well, I do know why.
Y'all, she like them chicken wings.
No,
don't let her fool you.
wings, baby.
She like the chicken
In the
wings,
middle
y'all.
of the night, I want to get up and go get some of them honey lemon pepper or lemon pepper chicken wings. Chicken wings, they are so good. Now, to me, it's a little mix of everything that I like. Because
maybe I just went on the wrong day.
No, maybe you're just different from me.
Right, no, I mean, because I went there maybe twice, and every time I went in there, it was just, yeah.
See,
it was just okay.
Might be what I like is a little bit, like I said, it's like I already told you.
Sideways, it was maybe about 20 people in there.
Yeah, I've been there. It's been more than that. It was the other two times I went, there were definitely more people than what we was there the other night.
When we went the other night. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the lightest crowd that I've seen.
Okay. And I'm okay with light crowds. I'm okay with that.
It's like, because I go like early. So when I get there, it's nobody. When I got there the other day, it was nobody. Nobody there. Not that.
She there with you, Tick, when you sitting up.
I got there before Tick.
See what I'm talking about?
I got there before Tick.
Who does that?
But I've been adding an hour every time. But
okay.
What you see on social media, so if y'all are going to turn up real high, just don't even leave your house till like midnight.
Don't do
even
what?
Leave your house till midnight.
See, I don't go out till like 10, 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. Because the turn all the way up is like 1 o'clock. So get there around 12. That way you get to build up to the.
But you don't get but 2 hours in. I mean, everything closed.
The way they be turning up, that's all they need is 1
What time they close? What, 2? Really? Well, most places close at 2. Most places close.
Did you say y'all be in there like 3 or 4 o'clock or something? Just leave them there? The other DJs, yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know about that now.
What Shanavia say? Weed is oh no, that was earlier. So yeah, the D Spot is my favorite. I feel like I get a little bit of everything. I get a little bit of all kinds of music.
Okay.
The crowd is not too heavy.
Okay.
When I'm there, I probably do feel safe there because my people's there. You know what I'm saying? So I probably do feel safer there, kind of like I feel safe at Flavors, but I feel like Black is my people. So I may be a little bit biased,
right?
You know, but it's my favorite. I'm still working up, so if I'm being honest, like that big, huge crowd, Auntie ain't ready for that. So I'm cool with the light crowds.
Okay.
So
and there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. But we're gonna open up you to another genre.
Because I'm really not. I sing blues and there's a couple songs I like, but I'm not crazy. So I'm trying to see how I'm gonna do at Elegance because
you're gonna like
big blues fan.
You're gonna like it. Okay. You ever been in Elegance? Yeah, you've been up in there. You know about it. So yeah, I mean, you like it too. Okay.
What's your favorite Mardi Gras ball?
You already know the second liners.
The second liners.
It's a little bit of everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
You know. A bit of everything. So I have not been to second liners this year. I said it's gonna be my 50th birthday. And that's what
now I didn't go this year. I was out working, but I would if I'm gonna make plans. I missed it last year. But
I already picked out my dress. You know I did.
She's so extra. She's so extra. She ready to buy her ticket already.
Yeah. I already told them that I'm gonna start sending my my layaway, put my tickets on layaway.
Now that's a mess.
I don't put my tickets on layaway because I'm gonna get
I like the second liners. Now it can be a little packed up in there too, But I mean, when
My
you go to
toilet
the
range
second
full.
liners, you can be prepared to almost get carried up out of there.
Second liners is packed. I've not been to Sneaker Ball yet, but that's
Never been to
getting
that.
bigger and bigger and bigger.
I don't know how I feel about that.
About it getting so big?
No, about the sneakers and the dresses.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh.
It's comfortable.
Everybody know me. See, you're a tennis shoe woman.
I love tennis shoes. They're comfortable.
Everybody know me. When they see me, I'm always in heels. So when
But
they do see me with flats,
you don't have to wear. Yeah, you can still wear your.
but
heels.
most people, you know, they wear sneakers. So
Yeah, the sneaker ball.
that's what I'm saying. So if you don't have on sneakers, you're gonna look like the elephant in the room. And everybody, you know me from wearing heels. And when they see me, if they see me with sneakers, they're gonna be like, I thought you was taller than that.
We're gonna get you some of them Air Force ones, like
them big old boats. No, ma'am. They look like horseshoes.
Right now, they look like boots.
They too big. I don't like those.
What's up, DJ Sham? So Friday night, I'm gonna hang out with the young people. Auntie is coming over to what is it? Love something. I'm only staying about 20 minutes. The old paparazzi for DJ Sham's 30th 3-year and a DJ anniversary at Love. It's Love something though. Love Bistro. What time does it start? What time does the doors open? Club hours 9 o'clock. So that means go at 12. Yeah, I'll be there. Open the doors open at 9. I will be there at 9. I'll be gone by 10. But I'm gonna try to come out and support for sure. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get tickets. We're gonna
this is my last weekend here for a minute.
No, not that. Okay. Mardi Gras. We gonna doors open at 9.
Didn't we just get rid of Mardi Gras?
Yeah,
you ready already?
Yeah, I'm ready. We're gonna do both of them because they're always on the same night. So we gotta go to the sneaker ball. Well, see, because I've been to Grand Marshal 2 years straight. So
I went once.
Go to that one.
Okay.
It wasn't that great. The year before, last year, I had it was amazing. And that's the year.
I went last year.
Of course, because Young Blue, you know, I'm a Young Blue.
I went last year.
So yeah, that was when Shanti
that was when Ashanti was there.
Mm-hmm. So that was packed. That was good. It wasn't that great to me
this year.
So I didn't go this year. Yeah, I don't have to go back next year to that one. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna
sneaker ball. Sign me up. I'm gonna put on me some.
We gonna find you some ones, kids, some ones, or what's the other ones? You got ones and what's the other Jordans everybody else wears? Dunks. Ones or dunks.
No, I wear some.
We got you some sequence. I had some. I was gonna go to sneaker ball last year.
Sequence.
And I had some. Yeah, I got some sequence Converse. They really cute.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Get you some sequence Converse.
I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna try. I'll try anything once. So we'll see.
There you go. All right.
Sneaker ball it is.
Because I feel like you got a better opportunity at finding.
So that's where I'm gonna find my husband at? Or that's what he's gonna find me at?
I'm just saying a better chance at a Mardi Gras ball than.
No, they're gonna be there with their wives or significant others.
You think everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, you got some people that'll duck off and, try to whisper in your ear, but, they wife sit on there at the table, We ain't talking about that.
Every man in Mobile can't be spoken for. It got to be somebody. Y'all got to speak up.
What are y'all?
We are at. It got to be some single, professional Black men.
And when you say professional, please elaborate, because I don't mean it got to be no suit and tie,
Yeah, you can be a contractor.
She's got to work.
Yeah, you just got to work and be stable and be able to help provide. I think that I just do. I think
old fashioned. I'm old fashioned with that. So yeah.
To provide. Do they have to make your money?
Can they make they ain't got to make my money, because that's a little. No, they don't have to make my money. Okay. But I just want them to be able to do something for themselves. Be okay, be comfortable. I want them to be comfortable,
and also comfortable. I think it's very important for each individual in the house to be self-sustaining. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I that's what I live by. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, you need to, of course, try to be able to live with one income. So don't go out and buy stuff that that you got to have two people to maintain your lifestyle. So because if something was to happen, then you're going to start losing stuff. So that's one of my pet peeves. I need to be able to be with somebody that whatever we get, we could be able to afford it with one income. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So maybe you just don't have, if one person makes $200,000 and the other person makes $1, you gotta
get
But
buy
look
a
at it. We got
home,
300
maybe.
together.
Yeah, but your home should be based on what that $100,000 person could
Me,
afford if you weren't there.
me personally, because life social it's things happen. I mean, and I have to be, realistic too. God forbid something was to happen. Then what?
Because I've heard the average life insurance policy is $200,000, and that's just like average, not anybody that's getting a whole lot more. So if
I
you
just
look at
checked again
somebody,
today with a new company, and I got quoted for $100,000. It was like $50 a month
Mhm.
for $100,000 policy. But it's just
but just think if you are used to somebody, like you're married to somebody with an income of $100,000, right?
right,
And now they pass away, and all you left with is that $100,000
right.
insurance policy. You know what I'm saying?
After you spend 20 to bury them, because
Mhm.
back in the day, my mom used to have policies on everybody for $10 a piece. You can't do that now.
That was very important to have insurance.
Right. So
So,
now, it's not like that. It's expensive, and unfortunately, a lot of people, don't have, medical insurance or life insurance, and it's unfortunate, but it's so expensive. It is so expensive. So that's why we out here on the corners, selling spaghetti and fish plates, trying to get somebody buried. And now I understand now because it's expensive. It's
And-
not like it used to be.
and they used to have more whole life
Right.
policies, when most people now just have like a term
Right.
life policies.
So I mean, it's just so many factors that come into play. So you have to just.
And everything is more expensive.
It is.
Everything is more expensive.
And unfortunately, our price of living we have not had a price of living increase in Alabama in a long time. So
How do you feel? And I always ask this in any relationship episode, because while I am the Black girl advocate, we are still, trying to make sure as Black women that we take care of our Black men.
mhm.
So I always try to throw this out there. How do you feel about the Black man that's working really, really, really hard, to provide, and he's doing it by himself? How
And
do
I'm
you
here.
feel about and you there? Like, how do you feel about that person? What advice would you give to your Black female or whatever counterparts as far as helping that man
Don't let
out?
that man struggle like that by himself. I mean, that's just not right. And I know some men, have a lot of pride, and they're just
Mhm.
accustomed to taking care of everything themselves, and they spending all their money to pay all the bills.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, you getting your whole check. And, a lot of people want to brag and boast about, my
Mhm.
money is my money. That ain't cute.
Yeah.
That is not cute. Now you walk around here, your husband, he broke, and you
And
walking around
tired
here.
and broke down.
Yeah,
and
that's why we got so many men out here. They got high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, impotence, all this stuff.
Stress.
All this stuff is from stress. But it's not cute to say, "Oh, my money is my money," and he pay all the bills. But he's on the the end where he don't have any money, but you got all your money saved up.
Mhm.
And so I think that's what kind of sabotages a lot of marriages, because you go in already with an exit strategy.
Mhm.
So you saving your money for what? What are you saving it for? Your money is your money for what? So that rainy day when you have
Especially
to
when
leave,
it's his money that
you're living off of.
So do you? Some people feel like that's stealing. You think that's stealing?
I don't think it's stealing. I mean, because I would want him to be a provider. But me personally, and when I was married, and I tried this, in the beginning, that we had a joint account.
Didn't work for us. We have like he has one. I have one, and then we have one. We pay the bill.
Okay, so and that's what I was about to say.
Mhm.
So it's okay to have a joint account, and you have an account on the side, but don't just let him just keep draining his account, and he don't have anything.
Yeah,
and you
watch
sitting over
it
here
too.
with $100,000 in the
Mhm.
bank, living like a fat rat, and he over here, he may have $300 left, and he's struggling. So we got to at least try to help.
They got to be honest with you too, though. They got to tell me, men. You got to be honest. You got to speak up.
Right.
You can't let your pride,
Right.
lead you to being irresponsible or driving you into a hole.
Right.
Because I would feel horrible knowing that I was out here living my
Best
life and you out there struggling. Because in essence, if you struggling and you in danger,
we in
danger.
Right.
But
some and a lot of men to be out here, they won't even tell you that they don't even have gas money. They bringing a lunch from home because they don't want to tell you, hey, I don't have any money to eat, get nothing to eat, so I'm bringing some sandwiches from home. And I'm like, I don't never want that, because
Mhm.
you are a reflection of me as well. So if I look good, I want you to look good too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just working together as a team.
Definitely communicating.
It's definitely, but again, some men are prideful. And then you got the other end of the spectrum where, they don't want to do nothing.
Then there's those.
Yeah, no, we too old for that. I'm
Yeah, I'm
not
not.
doing
We
that.
ain't come to advocate for
No,
those.
we're not advocating for
We
those.
advocate, yeah, the ones that's where your wife is struggling. But there is a lot more of men who are staying home with children, which I also have no. I don't personally. I don't have see anything wrong with that. And I say that because during the pandemic, like some choices had to be made.
Right.
One of us got to stay home with these kids.
Right.
And so it made sense for the person that was making, if your wife, I know a lot of nurses or nurse practitioners or whatever who did make the most money. And so if they
Let
had
her go to
children, let
work.
her go to work and let
Right.
him stay home. But you have those older people or whatever, they start complaining and talking about you and the man's supposed to work. And listen, if it doesn't make any sense, it doesn't
No,
make
you
any
have to
sense.
do what's best for your family.
Hmm.
And
Absolutely.
I've been in situations where I had to hold on to fort, and that's okay.
To let me
Now,
know I'm holding it down.
yeah, but that don't mean I want to hold it down
Forever.
permanently now. Meet me halfway somewhere. But I mean, if I need to, I mean, that's what it's about. You're making a sacrifice for the team as a whole, not just for, oh man, he been home for 2 months. When he going back to work? Come on now. I mean, we're not gonna do that. But I think within a reasonable amount of time, I mean, if we're doing this is an investment for the family. So you have to be mindful of that. But like some women just, and I think it's more so. I'm not going to even generalize and say the younger people, because there's some older women
Oh,
like that too. So I'm not
absolutely.
going to be that biased and say that it's just the younger
Absolutely.
people. So because there's some older women that's the same way, that they don't pay anything.
I think because I think younger people probably work more so than the older ones.
They
They
do. I
work.
mean, but I mean, and if your husband or your mate can handle that and still be
Mhm.
okay, you don't have to
Then
be rich,
great.
but just be well off.
Mhm.
If you can do that, then that's fine.
But
But
if
if
they
he's struggling,
struggling,
then
that's
that's
my
when it's a
thing.
problem.
Yeah. If he's struggling and you can go, and I even get it, like when your kids are younger,
Right.
and daycare is so expensive, so it makes sense to say. But the kids, hey, the
We
kids are
gonna
school now. You got 8 hours. You can go out and find something to do, and plus aftercare.
right.
I say, help them out. Help them out.
Right. I actually just checked on daycare today for my grandbaby.
That's a lot.
235. When she said 235, I said, a month? She said, no, ma'am,
Mhm.
a week. I was like, oh my. So that's
Yeah.
almost $1,000 a
Um.
month. Why? So in situations like that, it's cheaper for you to just stay home,
Uh-huh. Yep.
because that's $1,000 that we're throwing away. And especially if you're not making a substantial amount more than that. Now, if you're making 5,000, then you sacrificing 1,000, then yes. But if you're going to make $1,500 and you're giving 1,000 away in childcare, come on, as you say, don't be stupid. Let's be smart if you're gonna be stupid.
And it's another reason why I'm always gonna preach that education is important, but not just education. Making sure you select an education that's gonna, support the kind of living that you are looking for.
Right.
Don't go out there and spend $100,000 going to, University of Alabama, and then you major in something where you're gonna come out and make $20,000 an hour. It's gonna take you a long time to pay
That
back
don't make no sense.
that
And
hundred
people
thousand
do it
dollars.
all the time.
Yeah.
Especially you have to be mindful too of your location. If you're going out to be, just say, a journalist or something in sports or medicine, we don't have any big teams here. So be prepared to move. You can't stay here in Mobile, Alabama with a sports and medicine degree.
Because I don't know why
That's a waste of money.
black people don't like moving that much. White people, they be all over the place.
I'm moving.
They were moving.
If you need to go where the money is. That makes
Listen.
sense. But keep that in mind, especially when we're talking to our kids about choices as far as degrees when they go into college, because you don't go out and not be able to receive any of your money back. You're going to get these degrees that you can't utilize in the everyday world.
I had been talking to my child about that because I'm really, really trying to push you. I don't want to be a nurse. Everybody, is going to be, you want everybody to be a nurse. I want you to be a nurse because I know that with nursing, there's so much. You want to
You
be a
can
nurse, you
always
can
take
work
care of
in
yourself.
forensics, you can work in IT, you can work at the bedside, you can work in administration. Like there's just a whole anything that you can do outside of nursing, you can do in nursing.
Exactly.
And you can make a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money to it. So and there's gonna always
Right.
be a need for nurses.
Exactly. So you have to work smarter, not harder, so to speak. So
this is true.
And I kind of live like that. But sometimes we trying to work, and I'm still trying to have multiple streams of income, because sometimes, the more you make, the more you spend.
Oh,
and
goodness,
it's like the more you make, it's like I don't think this ain't enough money. So once you get used to, a long time ago, $20 an hour was, oh, you was doing it.
Because I'm saying, when I started nursing, I started, I believe, making 24 something an hour.
My first job at Infirmary West was $24 an hour, and now they got nurses coming out of school still making that. I'm like, we revert back.
I don't know how they said.
I can't live off that. So
not now. I couldn't. I know I couldn't pay my bills for $25 an hour.
No.
Not no more, because like you said, the more you make, the more you spend.
Yeah.
So
so be mindful of that, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and if you have a 2-person, and my parents always told me this, and I wish I would listen. You and Chris should be able to live off one income. So if you can live off of one income, I definitely recommend you doing so. Y'all know I look like I'm sliding off, because I am. I'm sitting on this pillow. So if y'all looking like, why she slumped over like that in the chair, because I'm still sitting on my pillow, and I can't figure out a way to look cute. And this over now. Anyway, anybody have any questions? No, I cannot give you LaShonda's number, but you can reach out to her.
Who is it?
I'm just like, well, Mr. Willie Rice wants to fly down from New York tomorrow. He's ready.
Oh, okay.
I've seen his Facebook picture before
that?
too. I think he's a friend of my cousin Rita's.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Land, the men got to be single and not single. He said the men got to be single and not single for that day.
Right, and that's one of the problems that we have, because we do find a lot of men, they won't disclose that information, but some women will go for that. But just let them know, because some women may be there for that time, and not just for a long time. They may be okay with that, but afford me the opportunity to decide what I want to do. Don't just trick me into something like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So,
all right, 43 years old, almost 44. Right.
I'm about to turn 44 years old. 3 children.
Your children are grown though?
28, 24, and 15.
Okay, so you got one that's still at home.
He got 1 foot out the door.
Okay.
1 foot out the door.
And what about if the person that you meet, what are your preferences as far as having children or not having children?
My preference would be older children, but I'm when you get to a certain age, sometimes you have to, be a little bit more lenient and have to bend a little bit. So I'm open to bending on.
You open some more now than you thought you would be, right?
I'm bending on a lot of stuff now. I'm not gonna lay my standards down, but geez, y'all making it hard out here.
Are very, very high, and I wanted to say something about some pettiness I saw. I know we wasn't finna leave here and not talk about it. This is gonna be the last topic of the night. So you break up with somebody, ladies or gentlemen out there, right? Let me get my pillow right. Okay. You break up with somebody. You got pictures on your Facebook of this person. You've been married to this person for 10 years, say. Are you going back and deleting all of their pictures off of your social media page?
Absolutely.
And I would have to shut down my page.
Start a new one.
Been married. Well, I have to
start a new one.
That's crazy. That's a part of my life. Why would I hide that part of my
but
life?
Let me explain to you why. So when I see things like that, if somebody, try to talk to me, the first thing I'm gonna do is go through their pictures, and we all do it, whether you admit to it or not. But if I see that you still have pictures of your wife on there, 1 or 2 pictures, I might be okay with that, But if I still see multiple pictures of your wife, baby, you ain't ready. You hadn't let go yet.
So letting go means I have to take down all of the pictures.
I didn't say all of the pictures,
except
but if
for 2. Did you delete any pictures?
No.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, I'm saying all the years you were actually
but you don't think that that's disrespectful to the new person that's coming in?
No.
What you do about it? It's not like
that's a part of your life.
Okay.
in your life, I think.
So let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit home and I'm gonna get me a glass of wine and we gonna
sit there and delete pictures.
Yeah. And let me tell you this, and it may be a little petty, but sometimes when they say like out of sight, out of mind, I don't want to sit there and just keep having these constant reminders. They already pop up on your
memories.
on your memories, every time you open your phone up. But I don't want to constantly keep looking at somebody that woulda, shoulda, could have been. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Now, if it can be deleted, delete it.
So you don't have any relationships where y'all are still cordial or
Absolutely.
friends? You deleted them too?
Deleted their asses.
The ones with the kids too? Like if it's you and your ex.
Now, if the kids are on there, then I would say that's okay. But I mean, if you on there, y'all booed up and y'all, I just, I think anything within reason.
How many years? We talked about this. How many years you going back?
No, I'm not finna go back 20 years. I'm not finna go back to, 2005.
You said 20 years.
I'm not going to do that.
How many years are you going
back?
Tell us
if I see something, if you just broke up with your wife and y'all was just together 6 months ago, what
about they got kids together? Some people still co-parent and well.
And that's fine, but I would think that that's a conversation that you need to, what your people say. Look, I think that's a conversation that needs to be had, with you and your new partner. Now, I'm not going to go and delete everything. Even if I'm not in a relationship with anybody new, I still went back and deleted it for myself because, sometimes you might be reminiscing about, dang, he was a really good dude and I really did like this about him. And I just don't want to go and just see that constant reminder of, dang, we really did look good together.
Well, unless you go back in the pictures, it's only going to tell you once a year.
Girl, them things be popping up as soon as I go, how we go back through trying to show somebody something, and even sometimes in their phone. Now, I will admit, it's some pictures in my phone that I really need to go through, but when you got 20,000 pictures,
Yeah, because ain't no way you deleting the iCloud. I know you ain't going to make it.
No, I'm not going through no iCloud. I'm just not going to do that. So if you see something in there that you don't got no business in, you ain't got no business in there anyway. So
just social media. And all we talking about TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Within reason. But again, if you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all have that conversation and they are okay with that, then I wouldn't do it.
Like you would ask me
if I was in a
relationship, you're gonna ask me, how do you feel about my Facebook page? You comfortable with these pictures being on here?
I would ask just out of consideration. I mean, but just like, me and my friend was talking about this. I've been to one of my ex's house and we had been together in 1,000 years and my picture still on the TV stand. But things like that, of course, I don't expect you to go and just delete certain, because I still have all my pictures from my marriage and previous relationship. I just have them in a container at home because those are memories and I want my kids to be able to go back and look at those things. So I'm not going to go and, tear all that stuff up. But
so just you keep the hard copies.
Absolutely. I keep all that stuff. Yeah, if I have hard copies, I'm keeping all that because those are, true memories, when I was with, the kid's dad or whatever. So I'm going to keep those. But social media,
it's just a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. But again, it just depends. It depends on how the breakup was too,
And that's why, like, if you, my kids will tell you, I'm just not posting nobody, and they literally don't
yeah. But see, I'm not quick to even just post
anybody on there.
I'm not going to be quick to post pictures with somebody that I'm not in a relationship with anymore. But if we're in a relationship, I might post some. But I'm quick to I'll go back and rethink it before I just start putting all these pictures up because people are nosy.
That question,
if I should. Post a picture?
Is it okay for me to change my status to in a relationship with, or is something you just doing?
I don't really put a lot of stock into that because people so nosy. They be waiting on your demise, and they waiting to see. Oh, you seen Trish took all her pictures down. Oh, you seen Tech and changed his status. I don't want nobody to have that kind of power over me. You in my business. You don't need to know that. I'm not going to even update where I'm working at because people are really nosy and they'll do things to, go in there and try to sabotage you. So I don't want everybody knowing my every single move. So you might see a picture on there and I may not be with that person, or you might see a picture on there and it may just be a friend. So, as what's the little sign on your car says, objects and mirrors are closer than they appear. Mm-hmm. It may look a certain way and it's not that. So, don't be so quick to read into what I put on my page because it's going to lead you the wrong way.
I even said, I'm very transparent on social media, but I try to remind everybody all the time, there is no way you can possibly believe that I tell you everything about my life. Yeah. There's no way you can possibly believe that when me and Chris get into it, that y'all know. Like, why? Because how are we going to work through that if I got the world out there,
right?
staring and trying. Yeah, no.
You
So
can't do
I'm not gonna, and I don't feel bad about it. I said the other day that my purpose is to tell you how I made it through the storm, not to drag you with me
Right.
along the fight.
Right.
So I might come back and tell you later if we're had something, and try to use that as a way to help you through what you went through. I don't mind doing that, but I see because it's confusing.
Right.
I see people on social media. I'm trying to grow to these hundreds of thousands of followers.
Right.
But if I got to confuse the world to do so, then I choose not to, because it's confusing. Like one day you with somebody and the next day y'all
And they'll start hating that person because something that you told them, and then you work through that, and guess what? Now
and
they
now
still
you back
hate that person
together. And
Right.
it's just, I say, if you are confused, work on your marriage within your home, get some counseling, but I just personally don't think it's a good idea for you to put
everything
on social media just for, and then like you come back and say something like, oh well, these are the ups and downs of marriages.
Right.
We all know marriages have ups and downs, but some of that is really not healthy.
Right.
Ups are not healthy ups and downs. There's a certain thing as a too healthy down. And if you're down more than you're up, that's also a problem.
Right. And you can't believe everything that you see or hear anyway.
This is true. Listen, it is 9:13. I have enjoyed. I could sit here forever because it's been so long since I've been here. Thank you for everybody for tuning in to Journey with Trish, the podcast tonight. If you missed it today, you can come back and rewatch it whenever you like. You can listen to it starting tomorrow on all of your favorite listening apps. Thank you so much for coming out to hang with your girl.
When we come back, we're gonna have that.
You're gonna have a man.
I'm not a charity case, y'all. Okay. I can have a man.
Oh yeah,
beautiful
beautiful chocolate.
I just no. I might. If God send one my way, and
so
he finds me, then of course. Yeah, but if not, then we're gonna be back on the speed dating.
Okay, we're gonna do the speed. The next time I'm gonna reach out to Mark about the speed dating. I am.
So if I'm not a participant, I will be there with you as your co-host.
Either one, but we want you to participate.
Yeah, but if I can be the
dating host.
Oh,
the dating host.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna make that happen.
She gonna have they're gonna be outside like she in need. Will work for a man or something. No, I'm not like that.
Did I tell y'all though? Hey, I didn't talk. I'm on tech because we got to go work. Chris got to pick me up, and everybody got to go to work. I did want to mention the Hit House. I thoroughly, even though I wasn't crazy about the Kazula side, I enjoyed the atmosphere of the Hit House. Was very laid back. So if I personally had to choose between going to Lit and the Hit House, for me it would be the Hit House because it was an older crowd, a lot of professional men
there is
at the Hit House. So that would be definitely my spot to go and just chill. Because I don't know, if I go to a cigar lounge, that's just chilling.
They actually just opened a new cigar lounge right next to Flavors.
I saw that the other day too.
Yeah, I haven't been in there yet, but I did get a chance to go in and look around.
The House of Cigars.
Really nice. Yeah, it was really, really nice. It kind of looks like Lit.
We gotta go in and try it out.
So,
What happened?
With the right said, can you actually get this?
Oh Lord, he said,
"No, sir. No, sir.
You don't want to swirl for him one time? You can find her picture.
What's his name?
Willie Rice. If you would like to see her picture, you can find her picture on my Facebook page. And,
thank you. Okay.
No, she's gonna
get on my bad side now. Willie, don't do that.
She is on the flyer, and make sure if you're gonna go back and look at the flyer that you like it, and also share it. Because that's content. Anyway, I will see y'all back next Tuesday night. I'm still working on the schedule, but thank you for all of you who came out tonight to kick it with your girl. We're gonna have a little word of prayer because this is what we do around here before we go.
Okay,
you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Father God, in the name of Jesus, God, we want to thank you for number one, being a protector, for protecting us and bringing us along the journeys. Thank you for protecting me through this surgery and bringing me back to work where I love to be. As LaShonda gets ready to go out on the road, to travel and take care of people. We want you to give her traveling grace as well, and let it be a good and lucrative experience for her. God, whatever you have for her, just place it in front of her so she knows exactly what she is. And she promises this time that she ain't gonna fumble it, right?
I'm ready.
Right. We ready. We ready. Anybody out there, God, just send love. You said you do not wish for us to be alone. So help us out. Thank you. We love in the name of Jesus. We done. Thank you.
Amen.
We love you. God bless y'all and good night.
Correction. She said anybody, not anybody. Okay.
Mm.
Bye.